his story today, okay? Welcome.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am Nebuchadnezzar, the king of the great empire of Babylon. One night, after I had my milk and cookies, I went to bed. And I was sound asleep, and suddenly I had a dream. Have you ever had a dream? Have you ever had a scary dream? Well, one night I was sound asleep, and suddenly I was awakened by a dream that I had that was curious, and it was disturbing to me. I couldn't make any sense of this dream at all. Have you ever had a dream and you don't even know what it's really about? And you wake up the next day and it doesn't make any sense? Well, that happened to me, and so I summoned my magicians, my sorcerers, my astrologers, to tell me about my dream, to tell me what this dream meant, because I had no idea. In fact, I promised honor and I promised gifts to anyone who could tell me the dream and tell me what it meant. But I promised to put to death by my sword anyone who could not tell me the dream. I wouldn't tell them what my dream was. I wanted them to tell me what my dream was, and I wanted them to tell me what my dream meant. But do you know that those wicked, those whining wise men would not, no, they could not tell me my dream. They said that no person could ever tell another person about their dream. I was very angry. I was so angry that I ordered all of the wise men, the astrologers, and the sorcerers to be put to death by the sword. I sent my commander, whose name was Arioch, to fulfill my decree. He came to Belteshazzar. You've heard that name. He was one of the wise men, the young men from Judah. This young Hebrew requested more time so that he could ask his God what my dream was all about. I mean, what would it hurt if I gave him a little more time? And so I did. I was hopeful that he might be able to interpret my puzzling dream. That night, Belteshazzar, you know his name. His name was Daniel. He urged his friends to pray, to plead to God Almighty to reveal the dream. During the night, the God of the Hebrews revealed the dream, the mystery of my dream to him. And so they brought Belteshazzar, or Daniel, to me. And this is what he said. He said, I saw a large statue. It was huge. It was shiny. It was frightening. The head of the statue was made of pure gold. Its chest and its arms were made of silver. Its middle and the upper part of its legs were made of bronze. The lower part of the legs were made of iron. The feet of the statue were made partly of iron and partly of clay. As I looked at this statue, I saw a rock that was cut free, but no human being touched that rock. It hit the statue on its feet of iron and clay, and it smashed the feet of the statue. Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, the gold, all broke into pieces at the very same time. They became like chaff on the threshing floor in the summertime. The wind blew it all away, and then there was nothing left. Then the rock that hit the statue became a gigantic mountain. It filled the whole earth. I stood there, and I was speechless as this little Hebrew boy told me this, exactly, word for word, exactly what my dream was. But then he told me very carefully exactly what my dream meant. He said that the God of heaven, his God, had given me my kingdom. That God had given me power, and he'd given me strength, and he'd given me glory over all people kings of the earth and over the mountains and over the animals. That I, King Nebuchadnezzar, was the gold head of the statue. And he said that other kingdoms would come after me, but they wouldn't be as great as mine. That is, until the God of heaven would set up a kingdom that would never be destroyed. Belteshazzar, Daniel, gave God glory for the interpretation of my dream. I was struck to the core. I was a great king, but I fell down before Daniel, and I gave him gifts. And I declared that his God is the God of gods, and that he is the Lord of kings, the only one who could reveal this mystery. So I made Daniel ruler over the entire area of Babylon, and I placed him in charge of all the wise men. Thank you for letting me share with you the story of my dream and Daniel's interpretation.